What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is another episode of one of the greatest shows, one of the greatest collaborations in YouTube, two men and a lady. Welcome. Let me bring the lady on, the one and only 7 stars. How you doing, 7?
Hi.
Looking good. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you look kind of hot. Let me put my voice down for a second.
You play too much.
Let me put my voice down.
You know that?
I know I'm playing too much. So what you come from? You had a date?
No, I'm here for your show.
So I want to first say I am married, I am joyful, I am blessed.
Yeah, right.
Okay? At the end of the day. I also want to say shout out to each and every one of the people that are watching this video. We had a lot of folks that had a lot of stuff to say about us. Just while we wait on Storm, I want to ask a question, 7, since you're a woman. How do you deal with people when they talk about your looks? How do you deal with that?
Shit, look better than me if you're gonna talk about me. Otherwise, it is null and void. Okay. And I ain't met one chick on here who's talked about me that looked better than me. So I'll wait.
And I'm cross-eyed. And
you want to sit up there with your little faceless avatars? Go, girl. Do you? Okay. I am happy. And I am paid and I am blessed. Okay. And I am loved.
Yes. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I don't care what you say about me. Yes, I'm cross-eyed. Yes, I'm this. But when I take off these clothes, you better get ready.
But you know what, Wiley? I feel like ever since you started owning that about yourself, it's like you took the power away from people. You know what I mean? Now you still have petty people like Passa over there, calling you Cyclops and stuff. But, again, I feel like you've taken that power because you own the fact that you do have, you're not perfect. You have imperfections, right?
Absolutely. And I would rather be a cross-eyed, openly proud person, bisexual, transgender one day than a closeted 50-year-old man that got forced out of the closet. I would rather be a cross-eyed, cross-dresser,
baby,
than a cross-eyed man. Let's bring another man on the panel that have been dragged in these YouTube streets.
Dragged in these YouTube streets. What's going on, 7? What's going on, Wiley?
Doing good, man. I'm married, joyful, and blessed. So I want to get into this, one of the hot topics in the YouTube. Let's talk about doxing. I want to start with 7. About the doxing that is going on in these YouTube streets.
Well, listen, I'm a perpetrator of doxing, and just like everything else, there's levels to doxing, right? Okay. Right. You can utilize it as a way to get somebody up off of you, or you could take it a step further, like some other people do on here, and try to ruin people's whole lives. Now, I don't subscribe to that, okay? But I think the question is it right? No, it's not right on any level. Okay, it wasn't right when I did it. It wasn't right when someone else did it and took it to the extreme. However, that has kind of become the culture of that roast and gag sector. Okay,
I agree.
It's to be expected at this point.
And I think also what people have to keep in mind is, are you doxing the person you're going back and forth with, or am I including your family members who are not in YouTube?
Right.
People you work with and they got nothing to do with this. Like, I think if you keep it with the roast and the gag, and I'm not actually putting out your real address or your social security number, then it's kind of like fair game. But then people on YouTube just take it too far.
And let me just say this, because there's a lot, I'm seeing some hypocrisy go on here. And one person that was brought up was Tracy in regards to the doxing. No, it's not cool. None of the doxing. Let me tell you something. I know for a fact Tracy is not a person who goes around just doxing. Okay. She has been attacked more than anybody else in this sector, in my opinion. So I don't think it's fair for anybody to sit up there and try to use that against her when it wasn't a damn problem when she was doing it at one point to even defend you. That's not fair. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say.
We heard that.
They dox my family. They just contact my cousins, so I get it constantly. Family members get called, and I'm like, this, call me. I'm here for the smoke, but calling my family members ain't gonna do nothing because I'm talking about it in stand-up comedy. If you get my bald-headed cousin on camera, I'm gonna talk about it. If you get my crazy cousin on camera that wear dirt,
I'm still gonna talk about it.
I'm going to talk about it's going to be content that's not going to hurt me if you bring them on camera and try to interview. That ain't going to shake me. If you post my credit score of 485 is actually in the 500 and at 600, that's not going to hurt me. All it's going to do is I'm going to go get a GoFundMe. Y'all see I'm in debt. Donate.
Well, thank you. Spend some money. But how are people getting like families' information? Because I put some stuff on YouTube, but I don't tell people like where I'm from, who I'm related to, or something like that.
They research and they
research it. Now, these are people who have the time to do that. You know what I mean? When you're working, or when you're being productive throughout the day, you don't have time for that. It's not even something that really interests you. However, when you have time and you can sit around home and do these type of things, and the people you associate with, your team, so to speak, has that same time to do it, yeah, you can accomplish a lot. Okay.
Absolutely. And when you're saying this funny, this is the problem that I have. You're going to dox. If you on SSI on a disability check, you get $500 a month. You spending your coin to find out about me. That is insanity. And I say this, if you are on low income, you in a Section 8 apartment and you're spending your money to dox, I'm going to call Trump and I'll say, I know, Trump, you about to get impeached, but can you please come with a law? If you dox, you can lose your Social Security and your food stamp. You can lose all your government system. Because if you got money to pay $49.95 to find out about my family, you don't need to have.
You got too much goddamn time on
your hands. Too much.
And you know what they need to do is start making you work for your paycheck and start cleaning up your own community. You need to be in the parks picking up trash 3 hours out of the day. You need to be doing something productive since you got all this time and you want government assistance and you essentially getting a paycheck to terrorize people.
And to sit at home and do it. And not only that, I'm gonna call your case manager. I'm just gonna call your case manager.
Because I know I'm going to call. Because the first thing I'm going to say, this person got a problem because she ain't in her kitchen cooking, frying no bacon for her kids. All she worried about doxing me. Can y'all please do a well-being check on the dogs? Can y'all
somebody call ASAP, PCA, whatever they call
the animal control, because this woman have a problem. I don't like waking up in the morning and I'm saying a black woman with kids and with pets and dogs. Doxing somebody, showing people, family members, you need to get off government assistance right now because you got too much time on your hands. I have to say, and I'm keeping it real tonight. If you don't like it, you just don't like it. Okay. Now, it was something else controversial going on in the world. Flame Monroe, he, she, we. Okay?
He, she, we.
She went on the Breakfast Club and she said gay people need to stop forcing their lifestyles on people. She used the term, the tranny term. She did not say trans women. What's your thoughts about that? Because the gay community is all up Flame Monroe, but
when are they not up somebody's ass? Let me tell you something. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Storm. No, go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead because a lot of y'all mistakes her, he, she, we for me. That is not me. I don't know why. My name is not Flame. My name is Storm. First of all. But second of all, I like Flame in the fact that he, she, we just basically owned what she was. She owned it and just said, look, this is how I feel. I don't represent the whole community, but I'm letting you know I don't give a damn what you say about me as long as them checks clear. And I think more people need to have that attitude. Go ahead, Seven.
I absolutely agree with everything Flame said. And the reason is because she didn't come from a place where it seemed like she was pandering for one group. You know what I mean?
Right.
I personally believe there is an agenda being pushed, and it's almost like they're force feeding the kids this information, and now they're teaching it in school, hoping that they'll gain more knowledge about it. But it's just confusing the hell out of everybody. It really is, because there's so many new terminologies that are being used. Now, my thing is, because I don't want this out, in like on TV broadcasted everywhere, or I don't want kids playing with little transgender dolls or something, doesn't mean that I have a problem with your lifestyle. Okay. I just think everything is moving really fast. And I love the fact that she even brought out the point that, the gay LGBTQ community only utilizes the transsexuals when they want to push their agenda. They don't really care about the transsexuals. That's something else she said that kind of had me thinking like, okay. So as far as what he said, I fully agree with him.
Absolutely.
That's not something that needs to be fed to children. Okay, let them have the opportunity to grow up and make their own decision on how they want to live their life.
Absolutely. And I want to give a special shout out to our sponsor, Regina Show. She's the owner of Regina Hair Salon. So make sure y'all go and subscribe to her. She is in the chat. Click on her page, the Regina Show, the owner and founder of Regina Hair Salon. And I want to say this, I'm a man during the day, but I will put on this wig and put on this makeup and to get a coin. And I'll be a trans, okay? At the end of the day, people going to live their life the way they want to live it. First of all, Flame Monroe is old as dirt. She come from a different generation, and they call trans women trannies. That's the generation that she come from. RuPaul is the same person. They come from the 60s, the 70s. They come from that. You know what I'm saying? Colors drink the color fountain. Whites drink the white fountain. They come from that type of era. So for us to come down on her back, she is a comedian. She been doing this from day one. It's nothing have changed. I will put on this wig and put on this makeup and get it in. I have done it. I put on this wig and hopped on many people back for a coin. When this wig come on, I'm part of the trans community, and you can't tell me I'm not part of the trans community. For a coin, I'll be a part of the circus community. You got the right coin. Give Wiley the money. He go to the bank, and he gonna spend it.
But Wiley, I gotta correct you. Because you know your people gonna jump on your back about this.
Well, they can
when
jump
you put the wig on. But when you put the wig on, you're technically a cross-dresser, not trans. I just want to make
I was thinking the same thing. Like, why is he repping trans?
You can't tell me how I feel. I identify.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay, Rachel Dolezal.
You see how that gets?
Oh my God.
I identify as a trans woman, a trans woman. That's why I identify. I put on that wake up. I change my voice, I identify, and I get it in. Most of my dudes that I deal with that's married, they don't like to say cross-dresser. They say you are a woman or a lady. Mm-hmm. You have to bring that Marquita out. Woo.
I cannot. Y'all tell us down below, is Wiley a cross-dresser or a trans?
Good idea.
This nigga is confused. He's
way too much. Why? You need to bring out Ray Washington. I already told you.
I already know.
That's who I want to see.
If I bring out Ray Washington, we tell him what I said. Tell him what I said at DM.
What you saying to DM, Wiley?
I said so, baby. You gonna let Ray Washington hit that? You gonna let Ray Washington smash that?
You didn't say no.
Oh, she said no. She liked Ray Washington.
No, I damn said, nigga, please.
People like Ray Washington because it gets them wet when you cuss. You know,
my God.
That thuggish look, you know, that bruh up in there, you know, lick them lips. They really be on it. They get kind of wet. One lady was real wet. She sent me her drawers. I didn't know if she dumped that in the jacuzzi water. I was like, wow, I didn't know you could run like that. I said, woo. Well, I'm gonna keep that voice going. Okay, so also I really want to say this, and I'm gonna get off this subject with Flame Monroe. She also is. A lot of people say she's fake. She's a fake transgender woman. At the end of the day, we have to respect her how she want to be respected. But just because she okay if you call her dude or Mr. Flame or Miss, we can't say that about T.S. Madison. It's different strokes for different folks.
Okay,
and most
I got that, and I mean,
understand that.
Right, but I wouldn't look at T.S. Madison and want to call her him. Like and I don't want T.S. with me. Well, I'm not gonna go there. Let me stop.
But do you feel like Flame Monroe comments will make people feel comfortable in a heterosexual world to call trans women dudes? Do you
feel I think we. I think they broke it down very simply. Like they just made it simple. I think so.
All right.
I have a newfound respect for Flame Monroe, and I honestly didn't know a lot about that person, but I was definitely feeling what that person was saying.
Me too.
I feel you. Do you? And this is our next one. Do you think trans women is too sensitive? Do you think they're too sensitive?
I would say yes. Yeah, I think everybody's too sensitive. Who cares what these people call you? You better make sure they respect you. You better make sure they're not mistreating you. You better make sure your check is clearing. Who cares what somebody says to you? Fight for equality. I don't give a damn what you call me, but that's just me.
Facts.
That's just me.
I just don't understand how anybody who can take dick in the ass can be sensitive.
Absolutely. And if don't get mad if your voice sound like Barry White.
Beast out here.
If your voice is like Barry White, don't get upset. Don't be sensitive. And I agree with Flame World. It's about policies. I don't give a damn what you call me. What is the policies in place? The higher standard. Stop worried about the labels. If you're good, I'm good. But we're so focused on labels. At the end of the day,
labels.
Yeah.
If I'm not sleeping with you, if you're not bothering me, I don't give a damn what you call me. Somebody called me a dookie stick. Did I cry? on my shirt, okay? Because at the end of the day, them are words. You ain't put your hands on me. You ain't into it. Ain't mess up my account. I don't give a damn what you call me. You call me doodle stick, doodle draws, dookie stains, whatever you want to call me. That's not going to make me stop and be mad and upset. So we got to get over and overcome words in this community, in every community, particularly in the LGBT community, because we a little bit sensitive over here in this community. We too sensitive. I agree with that. Y'all coming down Flame Monroe back and y'all kumbaya, but then when it's time to get into politics in the black community, y'all know where to be found. But yet everybody is jumping on Flame Monroe back. Where were you at with a platform before Flame Monroe trans sisters made that statement? Where are your voice? Where are you at? You're nowhere to be found. The only time I get tired of trans women, the only time you speak when somebody passed away, okay, let's rally. You got to do it before so you can control your narrative. And Justin J, while he broke down in tears, I don't know if he was begging for another apartment or some. He was just crying. I said that's too much. Fucking Aniva, have a seat. I don't know if he didn't got evicted by somebody else. The way he was crying, it took me back when he had got evicted from
Michelle.
I'm like, why are you crying like that? Why are you breaking down like that? Y'all be calling women bees, and now y'all want to come down Flame Monroe back. Come on now, y'all. Come on now.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
So you guys, we do have the phone lines open. Moderators, y'all can definitely post the number because we would love to hear y'all voice of give your opinion. 646-716-8447. And like I said, give a special shout out to Regina Hair Salon for sponsoring this episode tonight. Make sure y'all go click on her channel and subscribe to her, the Regina Show. Go click on that and give us a subscribe and tell her that we sent you. We got to keep it going. And I want to say thank you to each person is in the chat commenting. I do want to talk about Jesse Smollett.
Oh, oh my God.
He is suing the city of Chicago for malicious intent. Pretty much what he's suing them for, that they were wrong. What is your thoughts about Jesse Smollett?
Go ahead, Storm.
I'm going to say, Jesse, I'm going to need you to sit your tail down somewhere, Jesse. Where is your mammy at, Jesse, to come and beat your tail? Because you 40 years old, still telling stories. You made it up. You got these two big buff Nigerians to play white men. I don't know why you couldn't find anybody else to play some white men to pour some bleach on you. But nigga, you don't have no lawsuit. You lied. You made up a story. It sounded like a bad Empire script. You got caught. Take the L and move along. But you steady trying to sue the city. I think they need to put him in jail. Put him next to R. Kelly.
Not R. Kelly. God.
Put him next to R. Kelly.
I like that too.
I mean, let's be real. He really should be in jail for that. You feel me? Like he should. What he did was he tried to orchestrate a hate crime against himself for publicity, so he could keep a job.
Yeah.
The more I keep talking, the worse it sounds.
Yeah.
Like this fool's lost his. He's crazy, and I'm starting to think Jesse. I for the life of me, is he really that arrogant to where he's going to sit up here and just talk to us like we all stupid and tell us these fourth grade level lies and expect us to believe him? Now you know what it's like dating, half of you dudes out here. It's like, wait, did you just lie to me? Go ahead.
No, I just want everybody to know what he was giving up. When he was on Empire, he was reportedly making $65,000 an episode. Now, Taraji and Terrence, according to my notes, were making around 225 to 250,000 per episode, and he was upset because he was not up there. But I'm trying to find out, nigga, who told you you was a Taraji or a Terrence? What is wrong with $65,000 an episode when most people is feeding a family of 6 and 7 off less than that? I'm just confused.
He started feeling himself. You know what I mean? Before this show, I had never even heard of a Jussie Smollett. I knew who his sister was. Okay.
Mhm.
I knew who the sister was. I knew who the baby brother was. I didn't even know she had a Jussie Smollett as a brother. So, you know, I can understand, you know, him having issues with the pay gap. However, you know, his career still was seemingly on the rise. He didn't have to just rely on Empire. He was doing his music. He could have took other acting gigs. He was still very much a likable person. He was on the Ellen Show. You know, now he's unhireable. He totally ruined his whole career. This is a last attempt at I would like to say it's a last attempt at a money grab. However, I think he still thinks that he can prove to us that he was telling the truth. And that's why he's doing this.
Absolutely. And like I said, Jussie Smollett have been known of having sex and being on Jack, going to these clubs. He have been known to pick up dates, and he's famous. And I think that he gave President Trump ammunition just to dog out black gay men. He's even said, believe me, Justin, he beat up himself. Like, you gave the conservative media tools to just dog you out. He messed up a good show because of Jussie Smollett lies and saying the MAGA hat, Make America Great Again, people beat him up. They lost the show. They lost Lee Daniels, lost Empire and Star. They canceled both of them up their bags because of that one lie, because everybody was talking about it, because everybody in the community, oh, it's a gay guy been gay bad.
Was on Fox. They don't play that.
They don't play that at all.
They wait for reasons to cancel a show, even if it's doing good. So for the life of me, yeah, he ruined that entire. Oof.
So now
I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed if I was his co-star.
Absolutely. Because that's easy money gone, and that's going to mess up the opportunities for everybody. Before we open up the lines, I want to give a special shout out again to our sponsor, Regina Hair Salon. Make sure y'all go click on her channel, The Regina Show.
Hi, Regina.
Call us. And so we're going to have them voice off on the subjects that we talked about so far. So last four, 0910. You're live on Two Men and a Lady panel. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. This is Terry from Cali. How are you?
Doing good, Terry.
Good. I just wanted to say I'm loving the panel. I'm loving the format. I'm loving the topics. This is a nice change. You know, a lot of us, we like the mess from time to time, but, you know, it gets old with the dragging, the beefs and all of that. So I just want to say I'm proud of you, Wiley. I already told you. You saw my comment that I made earlier.
Yes.
You need your own podcast. You have the voice for podcast.
Yes.
You have the talent. You know, Storm, I've been following you for the last few months. I'm so proud of you. You're doing awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, Terry.
You're welcome. I've listened to a couple of your not really live. I think you were on Tracy, so I'm not too familiar with you.
Okay.
But you're beautiful. You're beautiful, and you're a Californian, and I think you're a Valley girl too. I think because you sound like me. We're both Valley girls. But this is refreshing. So it's great that you guys are bringing in the politics. You're bringing in the pop culture. You're bringing in the beat factor. And I think it's beautiful, and I'm hoping that you get more sponsorship.
Thank you.
So you can keep it going.
Yes, thank you so much. We're moving right along. Thank you, sweetheart.
Make sure you guys super chat Wiley.
Yeah. So we're going to 5866. Carly on the air.
I am not a Valley girl.
5866. Go ahead.
Hello.
All right, you live on Two Men and a Lady panel. Go ahead. There you go. 5866. Go ahead. All right. Make sure you be by your phone. Get that connection together. Last 47341. You live on Two Men and a Lady panel. 7341.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Turn me down the background. Go ahead, sister. Turn me down the back.
Hello. Hi. Is it?
Yes. Turn me down. I hear some back.
Sound like a Valley girl.
Yes. Hello.
I'm Keisha Kardashian, okay, bitch.
Not Keisha Kardashian.
Keisha Kardashian.
7341. Go ahead and speak. Turn us down the background. What you got to say about the subjects?
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to speak about Flame Monroe.
Yes.
Thank you, Blue Skies.
First of all, I'd like to say all of you are doing a wonderful job.
Yes. Go ahead. Thank you. Okay.
And one of my things is, I believe that one of the problems today is that no one gives people a chance to speak their own mind. If that's what he felt, that's his feeling. And way before the new trend, he's been around a long time. He helped open the door for a lot of them. So I don't think that everyone should come down on him because of how he feels. And how I feel personally, as he mentioned, it doesn't matter. When you're born, there's two things that decide your gender: your penis and your vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. I like both.
That's facts.
I agree, and I like both. Just to let you know.
Yeah, and and it's nothing wrong. But then here's one of my problems with a lot of the trends. They want to be respected as a trend, but then you're trying to respect them. Then you have them talking like a man. Then you have them talking like a lady. So how can you respect him if you're going to be a woman? Then be a woman. That's just like me being a female, and I want you to respect me as a female. And then the next time you see me, I'm dressing like a male, but I want you to respect me as a female. Choose one. And I'm not going to say any name. And much as I love T.S. Madison, I love her. I watch her, but she does that all the time. One moment she's a woman, and she is a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful woman. But then you'll see her the next time talking like a man.
Well, I do the same thing.
And I want to say, Storm, I watch you all the time. I love your show. Seven, I love your show. And Wally, I love you. All of you guys are doing such a wonderful job.
All right, thank you, caller.
I appreciate it.
All right, we right along. Some days I'm a nigga, and then I put that wig on. Depends upon the matter. Hello.
Girl, did she know T.S. Madison got a ding dong big enough to beat all three of us with? Like, y'all have got to calm down on T.S.
And I'm trying to get on the page for it, man. Don't get me kicked off.
Right. And this is the thing. T.S. Madison also, I think people forget, she is a comedian. So a lot of times it's comedic gestures, but she should be respected as a woman. So we want to keep that in mind. All right, we got 3 callers. I'm going to call your last 4, and then please turn us down in the background. All right, 5866, you're live on Two Men and a Lady. Go ahead. 5866. All right, I'm going to move on to the next caller. You got to be ready. All right, 2637. You're live with Two Men and a Lady. 2637. Go ahead. 2367. All right. All right, we're going to move on. I don't know what's going on. Y'all got to speak up. Stop smoking that weed. And some of y'all don't do no crack. You got to call into the phone when you speak up. All right. 4386. Call you on air.
Hi, y'all.
Hey.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Seven, I just want to tell you I love you. Even though I'm a Libra and you hurt my feelings every day, I still love you. And I think if everybody tend to their business, everybody be a lot better.
All right. All right. Get that connection together. People, when I call your number, speak up. Don't be silent. Talk. All right. This is your chance. All right. 2619. You're live on the air. All right. 26. Yes.
Hi.
All right. Go ahead. What's on your mind?
I just want to say I'm so proud of you. You have become what this sector needs, a fresh of breath, a fresh of just, the air is nice. You're doing your thing, it's positive, and I love you for it. I'm here for it.
Thank
7 stars, you're beautiful tonight. Storm, you're handsome. This panel is really gelling. We are here for it. Congratulations, Wiley. Love you much.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Anonymous, you live on the air, Anonymous.
Yeah, is it me?
Go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I do want to piggyback off what the last caller said. Wiley, you're doing your thing. I'm proud of you. You know, I'm always watching from the bushes. You know, 7, you looking good.
Is that Chipper?
And so are some other people. And so, yeah, so to jump right to it, I'm going to just get to it real quick. So what I think about the situation is, I think on the Breakfast Club interview, I think Storm, I don't know Storm, but I think they did that to make the guys on the Breakfast Club feel comfortable. I think sometimes what trans people or gay people will do, particularly like the feminine ones, will be like overly funny and be a spectacle, but they'll try to make you understand. But see, when you're a different type of person, everybody doesn't have to understand you.
Right.
And people are so thirsty to compartmentalize you, marginalize you, and put you in a box. And where it was problematic was if trans women want to be looked at and viewed as women, that you don't get on a national platform like the Breakfast Club and then say that you're a man, because people looking at that will then say that they all are men. I don't care about the anatomy. I don't care about what you're born. In the trans community, they want to be viewed as women. They have a right to be viewed as women. So when you go on there and do that, you might have made the men comfortable for your own bag, to secure your own bag. But in essence, what you really did was you kind of set that community back. I don't care if they talk about utilizing their penis. At the end of the day, if they want to be looked at as women, just respect them and call it a woman. I think that for any female or any male, it ain't going to take no skin off of your back to just say, this is a trans woman. She wants to be called a woman. And then just keep it moving, man. Like, you ain't got to fight that. It is what it is. People are just so deep and trying to figure out who somebody else is.
But they're not women, though. They're not women. They're not women. And another thing she talked about is how they in the Olympics. And she made a great point. They need to create a whole new lane for them. Why are there transsexual women competing against actual women in the Olympics? That's not fair. So, no, they're not women. And I appreciate that somebody from that community came out and told it like it was, because that's what a lot of us been saying. Okay? These people are all up in the bathrooms and stuff. Ain't nobody creating a big fuss. Everybody is real hush-hush about it. And some people need to really start voicing how they feel. I'm not obligated to subscribe to the belief of none of this. But I can be respectful. You feel me? But to sit up and say, if they want to be a woman, be a woman. Guess what? I want to be rich. I was born in a poor person's body, and I'm supposed to be rich. Okay? Can I be a rich girl? You know what I mean? Like, we gotta stop playing these games with people.
And caller, who did you say was on the Breakfast Club?
I agree with that, and if I agree with that, and if I could just respond, because I'm not going to take up a lot of time. I think
go ahead.
It's really as simple as male. I think it's as simple as male and female.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, we're all a human race. We're all human beings.
Yes, we are all human beings.
So it's just as simple as male and female. I don't think it's that deep. Like,
it's not that deep. But first of all, as a lady, let me first of all correct you, sir. You have a deep voice. You are who you are. What Flame Monroe said, that represents Flame. I'm still a lady. You can't take that away from any trans woman. That was Flame Monroe. Flame Monroe lives her life as a dude in the morning. And she put on a wig for a nice little coin. She says she's only gay for a couple hours. So I don't think that take the community back, but I thank you for your comments, because we do have to move on, because I have to be a lady tonight and I got to sleep with somebody's husband. So thank you for calling in, baby.
Wiley, you a lady every night.
Oh thank you.
Y'all doing a good job.
Okay.
Take it easy, y'all.
You keep on with that deep voice. I'm gonna be a lady for you too. Okay, moving right along.
Get my damn name right. Don't another person call up talking about Storm was on the Breakfast Club. Now, if y'all feel that strongly, DM the Breakfast Club and get my punk ass on the Breakfast Club, but I have never been.
They said Storm was on the Breakfast Club. 5866. Go ahead. You're on the line with two ladies and a man.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
Fine.
Y'all doing an amazing job. Y'all so amazing.
Yes.
All y'all, I like the diversity. They're doing an amazing job. But I feel like they are pushing this LGBT community thing because the Frozen movie coming out for the children, the new one, they're making it basically, Elsa is basically gay. They changed the whole narrative. I don't know if they're sisters still or what's going on, but my daughter said she don't want to see it if they're not sisters. So
okay. Well,
I don't know.
Well, I don't.
But they do.
Okay. Well,
No,
I don't think they're forcing anything, ma'am. First of all, you as a parent, you got to control what your daughter watch. First of all, you can't force anything in a child's home. You have the power to turn it on or turn it off or spend the coins. But I don't really hear that argument when straight people have talk about sex or they talk about pimps and hoes. I don't see the heterosexual community saying, oh, they're forcing kids to be hoes. It's just that argument, ma'am, with all due respect, because you are a mother. I agree. You know, shout out to you. Anybody have children?
I understand what you're saying, but yeah, like they are basically people were having an issue with it. You know, they're trying to petition it and like, you know, this is a problem, and because it was just crazy. They like some people petitioning it, some people like, hey, I'm gonna let my kids go see it. Some people like, no, I'm not with that. I just feel like if you are the way that you are, you choose to live your life the way you want to. Just you should not try to force that, you know, upon children, or maybe they just don't understand that.
Okay.
You know, children are going to ask questions. They ask questions. Excuse me, you know, what is this? Or they, you know, they're not used to that type of lifestyle. You know, it's just, I feel like you could be what you want to be. That's what you want to be, fine.
Yes.
You know, but don't try to pressure that onto children because they're children.
Amen.
You know, certain things they need to know. You know, like if my daughter say, hey, I like women, I want to be, okay, fine. I'm not going to love you any less. You know, as long as they treat you right, they respect you, you know, not degrading you, putting their hands on you, anything like that. Okay, that's fine. Live your life. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to disown you because you're my child. But at the end of the day, when it comes to stuff like that, it should be a cutoff point.
All right.
You know?
Thank you,
caller. I mean,
caller.
they didn't make a big deal about.
Thank you. I'm going to have to cut you off right there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes, control what your kids watch. You are the parent. And at the end of the day, they should not be watching nothing that you don't approve of. And maybe carry their ass outside and make them go play and get out from around the TV. Maybe that's the problem too. I see where she was coming from, but you know, as a parent, just don't support it.
And here's the thing. It's not just that agenda that's being pushed. There's a lot of different agendas being pushed right now. Another thing that is just blowing my mind is there's a lot of interracial agendas being pushed right now. Oh, we're gonna have mixes, or you know, let's the Cheerio commercial. We're gonna, you know, black, white. I'm just like, yo, okay.
I feel you.
Not the BS.
I feel you. I want to go. I also want to say this, like you said, parents control what your kids watch. I don't think that the gay community is forcing a gender. It have always been gay people, trans women since the beginning. It just always have been, and it will continue to be. Parents, this is the new way, and just got to watch what your kids listen to. So we're gonna go to our last subject.
So there ain't no gay mafia. That's what you saying?
It's no what?
So there ain't a gay mafia? I
don't really insist that it's a gay mafia. What I do know is this world is getting very freaky, you know? They used to say the same thing with interracial couples. They would say, oh, why are y'all forcing interracial couples? Keep the race apart. And now it's normalized because Hollywood have continued to do it. And so this is new. It's a lot of times you don't really see a lot.
It's not about keeping people segregated. It's about forcing it down your throat. It's about when we get our lead actors like Denzel, like Will Smith, like all these popping dudes, and they put them on the silver screen with Latina and white women. That is a problem.
But let me tell you why they do that.
Forcing it down your throat.
But let me tell you why they do that. That is because Hollywood execs believe that two black people cannot be sold overseas. When you make a movie here, they don't just sell it here. They sell it in China, they sell it in Latin America, and in other countries, it's easier to get your movie all around if you have a female that is not black. And that's just fact. So that's why you will see Will Smith with the Ava Mendez and not Will Smith next to Gabrielle Union, which is what you really should.
Black Panther said that is a lie, Storm Monroe.
True. Yeah,
exactly. Says that is a lie.
Okay? But that's also a cartoon versus showing a romantic comedy showing people in love.
I get what you're saying.
All right.
We are the most influential people in the entire world.
That is true.
If they have a problem with seeing a black man, if we're not sellable together, that right there is the agenda.
I agree. Shout out. We're gonna get this caller and we're gonna continue the conversation. 4804. You on with two ladies right now and a man. What do you have to say?
Hi. I respect Swain Monroe and I like the way we broke it down. Number one, it shows that he has respect for women first.
Right.
Did he take himself out?
He booted off his own show.
Now, Wiley, never gonna get on you in that dry ass wig that you got on, Wiley. Wiley.
That wig was just EVL player. That wig was just EVL.
It messed up your service, okay?
I was gonna take that wig off and take off this makeup. We instantly the makeup. Man. I don't be no hard.
Hey, Sheree's Corner in the chat. I was not on the Breakfast Club.
Go ahead, caller. Go ahead. We sorry about that.
Not yet, Stormy. Not yet.
I do like the fact he acknowledged that he's the male as well. And then he talked about, the two coming together and being we. And I think it's a mix up because if you're saying you could put a wig and lipstick on, that is a cross-dresser. I thought transgender people said that they feel like they're born in the wrong body. So they live a life of feeling like they're tortured because they feel like, for example, like they're a male, but they really feel like they are living in the wrong body.
But
so
that comes from different approach,
like
man.
What the true definition is, and people that really are transgender, they really suffer, and they start suffering as young children because they feel awkward in their body.
Right, but that's not every case though. It's different case. You know how I put on the wig and makeup? You do have some that will live. Flame Monroe is one, but only difference with me, I don't have the breasts. But she gets on comedy stage, she puts that on, and when she gets done, she takes it off. So it's different strokes for different folks. It's different ways for trans women. There's different approach. You have some trans women say you got to cut it off to be a fully trans woman. You have some say keep it on. I'm still trans. So it's whoever you talk to. And I also think it's a generational thing too. If you speak to those gays in the 80s and 90s or 70s, they have a different approach than the new girls that's a millennial trans woman. So it all depends upon who you talk to. It's not a one voice fit all type of scenario. It's an individual thing, what I'm trying to say.
Well, that's true, but I do feel like there still needs to be a certain level of respect for heterosexuals as you want, same thing for homosexuals or transgenders or whatever. And I'm going to be honest and say that if I'm in the bathroom or if I have a child, a little girl in the bathroom, I do not want someone dressed up, okay, say, Wiley, like you put your wig on and you're in the next stall with your penis out peeing.
Well, first of all,
I'm just not comfortable with that.
Hold up. If you're not, unless you're watching that I have a penis, why are you watching me? Why are you looking? Because in New York, they have co-ed where men and women use the same one. This world is changing. Let me say this, sister. You are a mother. You have a right to go to a public restroom. I know that's Shireen, but if you don't like to see the kids in there, then you just have to tell little baby, little Shaquan, the whole they look urine till y'all get at home. But this world is changing. It have always been women going to men restroom, men going to women restroom. We just didn't know it because it haven't been publicized. But this is nothing new. trans women have been using different since forever. It's just that policy came into place. So we own it. But I'm like this. I'm a dude, and I went to the women's restroom. Shout out to Dart, but they called the police on me, and I told them, I said, listen, you can't use that. I said, you know what? To you, sister, I'm calling the NAACP. She said, well, I'm not a racist because I deal with a black man. I said, skip you and that weak black man that you with. I had to go, and I'm handicapped. I am a disabled veteran. My eye limp. I have a limp leg, a twisted foot, and I had to go. So they called the police, and gladly the police escort me out of there. And I don't want to get shot, but I did say we shall overcome. And I said I will be calling Jesse Jackson. Now, mind you, I was just talking to myself. I said I'm talking to Jesse Jackson right now, and they escorted me out there, but I had to go to the restroom, and I feel like if you got to go, you got to go.
All right. Now, can I address something after this caller, Wiley? I need to address that real quick.
Go ahead, address it.
Okay, so I just want to address the lady that was in the chat that I guess was trying to roast us and say we so pro-black, but how many countries can we name in Africa? So while I got your attention, ma'am, Algeria, Libya, Morocco, Egypt, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Nigeria, Niger, Uganda, Somalia, Sudan, Zimbabwe, Republic of Congo, Mali, just to name a few. So don't do us.
Okay.
And what does being pro-black got to do with Africa? We're the bastard children of America. So you already messed up. But thank you.
Absolutely. And we are the ancestors. We are the beginning. So we are the beginning. It starts with us. So I also want to say this. Someone said that the NAACP was founded with Caucasian and African Americans due to the race riots in Illinois. So again, it wasn't just Caucasians. Please understand. Please do your research when it comes to that. I also want to say this. Regardless of what y'all say, we have to be able to have these uncomfortable conversations. I am so tired of the cancel culture. If we keep on with that rhetoric, we're not going to be able to say nothing. If we keep on with this, cancel this, we ain't going to be able to be Americans to have free speech. I like it when I'm able to say what I have to say. Now, mind you, it is a limit. But when it comes to the gay community, I feel like we get muzzled and we get that cancel. Someone told me that I'm homophobic because I said, trans women is too sensitive. I said, how can I be homophobic? One day I'm trans, one day I'm bisexual, one day I'm trisexual, one day I'm a cross-dress. I do a whole type of things, So for you to just label that just because I say something that you don't like, we got to get over that, in my humble opinion. Also, this is the last subject that I do want to talk about. How do you all keep going when you get criticism on social media, especially on YouTube? How do you keep going, Storm? You get all this stuff. 7, how do you keep going when you get a lot of criticism? What keep you going?
7, you want to go first?
Not really.
Okay, I got you. I'm able to keep going because I don't give a damn what nobody has to say about me. I don't care. If you seen the people that I come from, I am the liked one. I am the normal one out of all of us. So I come from crazy niggas. So I don't give it. Ain't none y'all can say to me that I'm really gonna be like, oh my God, I just gotta change. I don't care. The checks are clearing. People are watching, and no matter what I say, you gonna come see me. So as long as you coming to see me, I don't give a damn. Leave constructive criticism. But when you get in your feelings, get out your feelings. Take the panties out your ass. A lot of y'all is butt hurting. You don't need to be. Get some Preparation 8, some Icy Hot, some. I don't care.
Absolutely. Come on, 7. Woo.
Let me grab this microphone. Now, I understand your best read for me is that I'm a hoe. Now, the reason you think I'm a hoe is because, again, you believe that the majority of the men that cross my path want me. That's why you call me a hoe. So that is not a read. Anything else is null and void. I already told half of you. You don't look like me. You don't look better than me. And the day a chick who get on here who look better than me call me ugly, I might listen. Okay. Other than that, I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to continue on with my girl cave. And shout out to my girl cave. They have a lot to do with why I'm not bothered by anything anybody has to say about me on here. So shout out to y'all. I see y'all in the chat. And the rest of it just comes from me not giving a damn, just like Storm. I don't give a damn what you say. Half of y'all broke, half of y'all getting cheated on, half of y'all got a bacterial vaginosis right now. Half of y'all got a million other things you should be worried about other than me or my dusty blinds or my pussy or my Tinder dates. Don't do it. Okay?
All right. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't give a damn what you say. I get it all day. The more you talk, the more the bigger the checks is. Okay. The bigger the opportunity is. So you can talk about me all day. You can talk about my mama, you can talk about my daddy. I talk about my mama being a drunk and sleeping with her husband, best friend. I talk about all of my family members. So that don't get to me. What gets to me is how can I get out of debt? Because I'm tired of poverty. And all the insults, no, I don't care. I said, how can I monetize off you calling me a cross-eyed idiot? How can I monetize? So that's why I came up with the character Marquita the cross-eyed diva. I need a ghetto character. I need a hood nigga. So I said, Ray Washington Wiley, a new character. So what I'm doing is them insults is just activating my creative juices. So keep on insulting me because you're going to take me to the next level. And then when I'm up there, only thing you're going to be like, damn. That's all the thing you can say. He the shit because
many of you have shot your load. Many of you have shot your load already, and we still here. So all I can do is root for you. Go, girl, go, go, girl. Talk about me some more, girl. Go, girl. I'm rooting for you.
Absolutely. So the last subject, Harriet Tubman, was allegedly by a studio executive. They wanted a white woman. What was the actress name? Was it Julia Roberts?
Julia damn Roberts.
You know who it was?
With her horse teeth ass. Really?
Why we got to drag Julia?
She gonna get it too, because she should have been told her. So she gonna get it by omission. Dragation by omission. What in the hell?
Paul Mooney said something about it like 7 years ago, but everybody wrote it off as a joke because they thought he was kidding.
Oh wow. Okay. See, I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. And a studio executive, he mentioned, said, why don't you? He said, it's been so long ago, they won't remember. I don't know why. This is the main reason why I'm so glad that Tyler Perry owned his own studio. This is why it's so important for African-American people to have a seat to create their own table so they don't have to keep dealing with this crazy white supremacist rhetoric. With all this blackface, this is why it's so important for ownership. And I really didn't even like the Harriet. I did at one point, but then I watched it again. They had a fictional character with a black man that was abusive, that didn't exist. They had so many just characters that didn't even exist in the true story of Harriet Tubman. But that's because you allow white writers that are giving their perspective of slavery. You understand what I'm saying? And it is time that black writers, black producers, black directors tell our story concerning the slave trade and also the rebellion, those slaves that rebel against their owners. So we need to see those. And not only that, we also need to take it a step further. Let's talk about the kings and queens in Africa, because we was not always slaves. So let's get to the beginning of when it was really good to be in Africa, because we are the creators of this world. It starts with the black man and the black woman.
I agree with you, but can we also talk about the Arab slave trade that happened before the white slave trade, which is why all those Africans got Arab names? Can we talk about that too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can we talk about how Christian Bale played a whole Egyptian in that movie with the Can we talk about all the other people who they did replace with white people? You know what I mean?
Cleopatra, the
this
whole
is nothing new.
It's too much.
Absolutely. Also, I want to get this last caller. Anonymous, you live on the air. You on with two men and a lady. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening. I just wanted to give you guys a compliment. You guys look very good on the camera, and the vibe as well. I don't care what anyone says in this sector. You guys have the best panel. Your conversation is broad, and Wiley, I think they underestimated you because people have a tendency to judge books by their cover, which is one of the number one mistakes of a human. I think that you have a very good perspective on what is going on in the world. And what I found out that even though we can all be a little messy,
yes,
you even have a good perspective when it comes to the mess.
Thank you.
Also about the gay community, I think that people feel like they're being force-fed the LGBT community plight because the people who don't agree with it, they just want to be left alone with feeling like, okay, if you're lesbian or trans, bi, whatever, fine, do you. You know, I don't want anything bad to happen to you, but I want to have the right to feel the way that I feel. But when you voice your opinion about maybe not being in agreement with the bedroom behavior,
Yes.
as far as I'm concerned, that is the main thing that separates, of course, heterosexual and gay, lesbian, whatever. You are being called, you know, they call you a name of being, you know, you are homophobic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's where people start to feel like it's forced, because it's like you're not allowed to be okay with not agreeing, because I'm a heterosexual and there's some heterosexual people, some of the stuff they do in their bedroom, and I'm heterosexual. I don't agree with other heterosexual people, what they do in their bedroom. So what does that make me? Right? So that point there. And then as far as Harriet Tubman, that movie, you hit the nail on the head, Wiley. It is very important for Black people to make sure that they control the narrative.
It's not going to make a difference. And I'll tell you, wait a minute. It's not going to make a difference. And I'll tell you why. And unless more people support it, because who did we have a couple of years ago who made a movie and told it from their perspective? What was the dude's name? He made Birth of a Nation and got blacklisted out of Hollywood.
Nate Parker.
He got blacklisted after that. Nobody supported that movie.
Well, that because of Black women. Because of Black women, because he was accused and he wasn't charged, he was exonerated. They said he was a rapist, and Black feminists.
He did not rape that girl. Him and his homeboy took down a chick in college. They did not rape that girl.
Absolutely.
I don't believe it had. Now that was a little something they pulled out of the arsenal during the time that the movie was coming out, but I believe there was a much deeper rooted issue with that movie even being made.
Absolutely. Okay? Because what it talked about, Nate Turner, it talked about a slave that said, listen, we're going to revoke an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
And they didn't like that. Whenever there's not a white savior in the movie,
they don't like it.
They don't like it. And that's why Black people, we got to support. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah, I agree. I think they did not like that. They didn't like the fact that it didn't show Black men in a very submissive role. Instead, it showed the Black man being super masculine and making sure that he fight back. To them, it makes them feel like it. They feel as though that movie would empower Black people to perhaps maybe stand up to what is going on in America and has always gone on in America. They like to keep us very docile, whitewashed. And when you have a movie like that, when people are walking out of the movie theater feeling empowered, that is a very scary situation for white America as a whole. And Nate Parker, another thing that really confused Black people, because I noticed like these movements that are happening with Black people, there is a huge awakening that's happening. We are very much so awake, more so than I've seen in many years. But what I see is that Nate Parker is a Black man who felt it in his heart to tell that story. But see, the thing is that he was sleeping white. And that right there, for a lot of Black people in these movements nowadays, if you're fighting Black and sleeping white, it is confusing and it makes not want to.
Okay, well,
why?
Well, thank you for that opinion. That's going to be a subject.
Can you be pro-Black but have a white partner? I think that's the question.
That's a topic we need to discuss.
That might be for next week.
Yeah,
that has to be for next week.
Black is confusing, and how do you trust that person? Because if you're fighting Black and you're sleeping white, to me, it looks like you're committing treason.
All right. Thank you very much. That's a topic.
You are Russian spy.
Thank you.
And you guys are dope. I don't care. Don't let nobody tell you guys. You guys got the best panel. Straight up.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
All right. Woo, Lord, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the show. We want to thank Miss Gina. Hair Salon for sponsoring this episode. So make sure y'all go and check out Regina Hair Show. Go click on there. Go subscribe. Show her some love. She have a hair salon in Houston, Texas. Go show that sister some love, y'all. Black, support our black business. If you went to Popeye's Chicken to get about 40 chicken sandwich and had to slam somebody, listen, go and support your own. Go support a black business. All right, let's do our closing remarks. Let's start with you. Let's start with our lady. 7.
Well, once again, I had a good time. Thank you so much for Wiley. I don't think you guys realize that Wiley produces the heck out of the show. Me, I'm running home from work. You guys know I just started my new position, so I'm running home from work, ripping and running. Thank you, Storm, for being here as well. I do like the chemistry, and I love the things we talk about. I like that we can get real deep into it. We always have a difference of opinion, but at the very end, I think we all understand each other.
All right. Shout out to Nika and Knight. I think I see Nika and Knight came in the chat as well. So
Nika's in there.
Did you just light up, Stormy?
They know I got to You ain't got to put me on
she's in there. Oh, she's in there. I know. I need to.
Yeah, I mean, I always know when Nika's
around. Are you turning red? Oh,
yeah. I'm done with y'all. Let me make my closing remarks. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me on here. And I can't wait next week to dive into that. Can you be pro-black but sleep white? I can't wait.
I think that I can't wait either. Thank y'all so much for coming on and support. Thank you. If anybody want to be a sponsor, reach out to us at willeyshow@gmail.com. Shout out to all the content creators, 7 stars. Shout out to my brother Storm Monroe. Shout out to all the people out there for watching us. Whether you like us or dislike us, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to see us. Thank you. And God bless you. Y'all have a good night and be safe.
Good night.
Be safe too. Let me get my wig and get to work. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right.